Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic 1, good to go. Mic 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. 7:30 on this hump day, Wednesday, August 6th. That means it's time to find out if you like it or not. I'm producer Chris. I'm going to be your host, and I got to tell you, I loved seeing all of the new faces in last night's Lion Zoom room, and I'm hoping we have more tonight. I already see some returning guests. Now we just need to get a few more, and we have a couple different ways to do it, so let's dive right in. You know by now, if you have watched before, our Fox 5 DC YouTube comment section is up and running right now. We are live on YouTube. We are behind the scenes on TikTok. We post stories ahead of time on our broadcast channel on Instagram. We post things on all of our social channels. You can comment there. You can slide into my DMs, Fox 5 Producer Chris on TikTok and Instagram. But my favorite way for you guys to join the conversation is the Lion Zoom room. The QR code is on the screen right now. The new meeting ID, it's the same one we've been using all week. If you prefer the old school way, it is 892-0982-4674. But the easiest way is to just scan that QR code. And just a reminder, if you are joining us for the first time, a couple housekeeping notes. Turn on your cameras, please. Mute for now. Jim will bring you in. He'll let you know, but we're going to call on you at any point. So be ready to unmute and join the conversation, okay? Also, hang out for the full half hour, please. We like going back to some of our favorite guests. All right, so there's our housekeeping notes for the time being. In the meantime, we do have some help in studio in addition to our virtual guests. So for the first time making her Do You Like It or Not debut, please welcome DC 101 midday host Tamo joining us live. Come on in. There's your microphone. You can click that right on at any point. Welcome to the show. You just got finished with the OG Lion and Jim Lokay. How did that go tonight?
Being next to Jim Lokay is always dicey because you don't know what he's going to pull out. But it went well, I thought.
Okay, perfect.
You know?
I will just say, based on looking at your social media before the show, if anyone in the Zoom room has on a gorilla costume tonight, I know who to blame.
Look, I'm fun, and I don't know what else to say about that. I also have a pigeon head on the way. I ordered a Dobby mask. That's already here. And I've got the white paint and the cape if anybody wants to be Voldemort.
Okay, well, as a new Harry Potter fan, I know who Dobby is. Perfect. All right, in the meantime, let's dive into our first story tonight. And I believe you are a Commanders fan, so this one may hit close to home because we are talking about quarterback Jayden Daniels. He's getting a little social media trolling for his mom's involvement on and off the field. So this has been a thing. Longtime Jayden Daniels fans know this has been a thing since he was a college student at LSU. But it got some new attention this weekend, thanks to an interview he did with the NFL Network at training camp. Take a listen.
It's my mom. She's a mom first. She's always gonna be there to uplift me. But if I'm doing wrong, she's gonna let me know. So even though I'm 24 years old, I'm still a grown man. But I still gotta listen to my mom at some point.
All right, so Jayden talked about how in addition to his mom being his agent and his money manager, she's also his best friend. She also just happened to be standing beside him the entire time he did that interview. Now, that's where former ESPN star Trey Wingo jumped into the conversation. He reposted that interview from the NFL Network, commenting, JD5's mom needs a hobby. Now, that post divided the comment section a little bit. Some people said it was nice that she's so involved. Other people said they feel sorry for any future girlfriend or wife that he has with such an involved mother-in-law. So we posted this one on our broadcast channel earlier today. Sharon says it's okay to be a mama's boy, but at some point she has to let him live his life and have a female companion. Blue Pearl, mom protecting her single son? Works for me. Diva Hot Sauce says it's better to have an advocate than a freeloader. Carvana says it's great that his mom is involved. Keep the money in the family, but let the young man grow up and let him live his personal life. RevDoc says it's perfectly fine. Seeing what we see from these athletes today, they all need to have someone to assist in life skills. He's a millionaire with all types of people trying to get at him. Nope, not gonna happen. Tamo, I'm gonna start with you. His mom being so involved in everything he does, do you like it or not?
Look, my therapist always says two things can be true. And I think in this case, I think it's a beautiful relationship that they have. And her involvement, any future woman needs to accept it, right? I think that also there's just some professional optics where maybe hovering during a visual interview is a little bit much.
Now, if he was not an NFL quarterback, do you think people would be as cool with a mother-in-law or a grown man who runs so many decisions by their mothers?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, if my ex-husband had pulled any of that, and I love my former mother-in-law, no. I want to see you make the decision.
Okay.
You know, that is a little too much. In this scenario, him being so young and so successful and so many people grabbing and wanting what he may have, I think that she's being protective, and I can't blame her.
No, not at all. Let's find out what the Lions Zoom room has to say about this one. I see Allison is back tonight. Allison, are you a Commanders fan, first and foremost?
I'm actually not most of a sports fan at all, but I do have children that play sports, so I'm a fan of them.
Now, are you a protective mother and involved in their decisions the same way that JD5's mom is?
Not in that way. Like, I'm definitely involved in every way, shape, and form, but I'm a single mother. I have 4 sons, and I want to make sure that they grow up as men. So I let them have their independence, and I have conversations with them behind the scenes because I don't want to embarrass them or take their manhood away.
That's
listen,
respectful.
That's very respectful. I understand that one. I see Deb is also on our Zoom room. Deb, this idea, I know you're not a Commanders fan, but this idea that the quarterback's mom is helping him make all of his decisions on and off the field, do you like that or not?
It's nice to have guidance, and I applaud her for hoping to shape him and guide him in the right direction. I am with Allison. I also have 4 boys, and it does take a lot to kind of step back and let them kind of mess up some days. But maybe she's just trying to be protective and make sure he doesn't mess up and make some bad decisions.
All right, you got to respect it. You guys can keep weighing in on this one in the YouTube comment section. In the meantime, I do want to move on to our next story, and we're talking about reality dating shows. Are you a fan?
I am not, but I'm hyper aware, and I'm the only one of my friends, male and female, that aren't watching like Love Island USA or UK. So yeah.
Well, we're specifically talking about Bachelor in Paradise this time because the new season may have gotten a little too real for some fans, and that's because for the first time they involved the Golden Bachelor and Bachelorette contestants, okay? And that led to a big discussion about age gap romances. They're nothing new, we are all well aware, but they have not been as prominently featured on reality TV as of yet. A lot of fans actually reacted pretty negatively when they announced this, but now it looks like some other shows are actually taking a page from their playbook because former Bachelor star Nick Viall and his wife are going to host a show called Age of Attraction next year that promises to throw age out the window and, quote, help singles find their soulmate. So Tamo, age gap dating. Are you a fan? Do you like it or not?
I love it, and I love Nick Viall. My ex-husband, over 10 years older than me. I have had friends as a dating out there who are much younger than me. I'm into it. I think that attraction is attraction, and if your lives are in line, then age is just a number.
There is nothing I would like to see more than what goes on in Bill Belichick and his 36-year-old girlfriend's lives on a day-to-day basis.
The conversation.
What do they have in common? Exactly. What kind of conversations are they having? What are they having? So absolutely, put some reality show cameras on that, and I am all in. Allison, this idea of the age gap romances, do you like it or not?
I do not like it. Because again, I could not imagine, I could not date someone that's the age of my children. That is strange. I'm looking at you like you're immature. You don't know what's going on this day. You might not understand hot flashes and I'm burning up and you're looking at me like I'm crazy. No, thank you.
All right, I see Chad's back in the Lion Zoom room tonight, and Chad has a couple friends with him tonight. Chad likes to introduce us to new people in his family and relationships as we go along here. So Chad, who's with you tonight?
Producer Chris, this is awkward. I'm sitting here with my nieces and my nephews.
Okay.
And typically not a fan of reality TV show, but I have watched Sneaky Links with my girlfriend who's 18 years younger than me.
Okay,
so
I knew that was
it's a
going to
little
be the
bit
case.
awkward right now, guys.
I knew that was going to be the case because you told us last time she was a millennial and you were not.
Gen X.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we know
Stir up
Chad
the over
does
there.
like the
Say hi.
age gap.
Hey, but it's working
romances.
out great. It's working out great.
Chad, if the ages were reversed and she was 18 years older than you, would you still be as interested?
Chris, that's disgusting.
How dare I? How dare I? Let's move on. Chad, we'll get back to you in just a little bit. But before, I want to talk about social media now. Obviously, it has also evolved as things have gone along. And I'm going to let Kyle from The New Yorker set up this next story. Take a listen.
Have you noticed that it's become kind of cringy to post online right now? I'm Kyle Chayka. I'm a staff writer at The New Yorker, and my latest column about the internet was about something I've been missing online, which is just the kind of casual posts on social media and the mundane life details that we used to see, like a breakfast photo on Twitter or just a shot of your coffee on Instagram. It just feels really difficult to broadcast your life on social media when you're competing with everything from AI-generated slop to dramatic news headlines to professionalized influencers who try to make a career out of posting glossy content of their lives online. And that makes it feel just a little weirder or stranger or less appropriate to post our normal lives.
All right, so he said everything that needs to be said. So this idea of bringing back the casual posting, do you like it or not?
I share my entire life online. I am TMI on the radio. I am TMI on my socials. And I think that when used appropriately, it can be something where, yeah, you're sharing pretty photos that you take, but I always...
Have you noticed that it's become...
Oops. Sorry.
I always say, like, it's not all just pretty pictures. Like, real life is also happening. So I think that there has to be some substance behind it, and that's why I always do like the Ask Me Anythings, and we'll talk about divorce or therapy or funny stuff like the gorilla suit around today.
By the way, the gorilla suit was in response to a sexting Ask Me Anything, so you can check out her Instagram stories to find out a little bit more about that and her feelings on that. In the meantime, Deb, this idea of going back to casual posting on social media, are you a prolific social media poster?
Think I err on the I don't err. I feel like it's cringy. I have some friends that love to post like, look at me, here I am with all my friends, look at the great life I lead. And meanwhile, it's all for show. It's just to kind of, not make you feel bad, but there's just no reality
It's the
to it.
highlight
Like there
reel.
are ups and downs.
Reel, exactly. Allison, are you a big social media poster or fan?
Yeah, I'm a business owner, so that's part of how I, promote my business. So yes, a lot of posting on social media.
Okay, do you like this idea of going back to more casual posting and just whatever you're doing? I get those like memories on Facebook of like what I was doing 10 years ago. And we were joking about this last week. It's usually like cringy song lyrics or and you didn't even say like your name or like
It was
yes, it was is doing this or is going out type of a thing. So do you wish that came back a little bit?
Not necessarily. I just think whatever works for the person, whatever is particular, as long as we're keeping it real and not like making something up,
I think that's the most important part is like authenticity, because people can sniff that out.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're
Yes.
somebody who's like a big coffee buff and like, yeah, you're taking cutesy little photos of the cafes and the coffees that you try, like people know that's your passion, sure. Like that's fine, but I'm also really cringe and I don't care.
Cringe is the theme of this show. Thank you to everyone who's weighed in so far. We're going to check in with some more voices coming up here in just a second. I forgot off the top of the show, like I always do, that I always have a poll topic that I like everybody to answer. I will bring that up for everyone else in the Lion Zoom room in our next block. But in the meantime, we're talking about horror movies. So Tama, I'm going to ask you first. Horror movies, do you like them or not?
No. So I just watched The Shining for the first time
Okay.
a couple months ago, and I loved it because it was visually just so beautiful. But I had to like close my. I'm a grown woman. I cannot.
right.
I won't be able to sleep.
Well, right now, about 67%, 2/3 of our viewers out there do like horror movies. We also did get one comment on these today, so I did want to try to get to that if we can, Jim. Can you put that up, the horror movies poll? All right. In the meantime, actually, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We're going to talk about how Skechers is making it easier to track your children. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Awesome. Dude, get the poll ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, welcome back to Do You Like It or Not here on this Wednesday night. I promised as we were heading to break that we would check that poll because we did have one comment, and I promised that we would get it in. Right now, we're talking horror movies. If you like them or not, right now, the comment that we got, you can advance to it, Jim. This one is from Sherry Stewart. She says, I've loved horror films since I was 6 and far too young to see that. You can read the rest of it for yourself. And speaking of reading, we do want to read some of the YouTube comments that we are getting as well right now. Todd, it will never start. I just know it. We'll never make it. We're doomed. We should have turned back. I have no idea what you're talking about, Todd. If you're a bot, welcome to the show. And if you're not, you know, it's great. Laura, there used to be a show called Age of Love with tennis star Mark, I can't say that last name, and women, both much older and younger than him. It's an interesting concept. That kind of reminds me of Flavor of Love, if you remember, with Flava Flav as well. And Autumn Joy, who joins us on the morning show a lot of times, was actually one of the contestants on that. Fun fact. In the meantime, speaking of love, let's talk about hobbies and the most and least attractive. We love ranking things here on Fox 5, and we recently learned what the most and least attractive hobbies for men are, at least according to women polled in this new survey. So let's take a look at the most attractive first. Reading, learning a new language, playing a musical instrument, cooking, woodworking, also making the list, painting, writing, and photography. Women said these interests show creativity, intelligence, and emotional maturity. Now, on the flip side, let's talk about the least attractive. Comic book collecting, cosplay, debating, drinking, anime, makeup, crypto, clubbing, and gambling. All right, so Tamo, are you adding anything to this list? Do you like this list? Do you not like this list? What needs to be?
I think it's a little unrealistic and pretentious. Yes, it's ideal. We all put that out there. Like, yeah, I would love it. Okay, like have some fun. I want to, you know, ideally it would say like, I like to read, but I also like going to the bar. You know, like
Yeah, now
there's
you're
got to
speaking
be
my
some,
language.
there's got to be balance. And the cosplay, that can stay on the do not like
Okay,
list.
that's
yeah.
fair. I have actually been downtown by the convention center when they have those big like anime and cosplay festivals, and it is fascinating, especially if you're hanging out at the bar across the street.
Yeah.
All of that being said, I know Allison's still in the Zoom room. Allison, the least and most attractive hobbies. Do you like this list? Is there anything you would add to it?
I love that list. I think it's perfect. You know what? Guys just don't know what to do. I've gone through some things recently, Chris, and I'm telling you, just to me, the guys, they like to go around here just clubbing, like, let me see how many I can get tonight. Like, that's not how it works. Like, have some interest and have some intellect and some intelligence and some truth. Like, I could go on and on because I'm going through something sensitive right now, but I don't, yeah, that list is on point pretty
Have
much.
an interest outside of, you know, work that at least gives you something to talk about, if nothing else. I know David from Colorado is in the Zoom room as well. David, do you like this list? Are any of these hobbies things that you take part in?
Yeah. I mean, I take part in a lot of them. Reading, learning foreign languages. But I think you can see the flavor and the direction that these respondents are going towards. And you can't, it's hard to disagree with it. You know, kind of what they're thinking. Let me just say one thing in defense of comic book collectors. You know, like we know what they're talking about. I mean, if you can be really nerdy and nerd out and have lack of social skills if you're a comic book collector, but each person has something endearing to them, you know. And then when anything done in moderation is okay. So a little shout out to those people out there who collect some comic books.
I was a comic book nerd when I was much younger. I still have my Superman comics, and anyone who knows me knows I do have a Superman tattoo across my bicep, which isn't really much of a bicep. It's on my arm. I should have said just on my arm. All right, in the meantime, let's talk another topic that's for all the parents out there. And we're talking about the new Skechers sneaker line that some people say makes it easier to track your children. Now, the line of sneakers is actually called Find My Skechers. It's supposed to help you find your shoes if your kids misplace them, but people say it's really more about tracking your kids because it comes with a secret compartment under the insole that is made for an Apple AirTag. The company's product page says it allows, quote, easy tracking and comfort of mind. It sparked an online debate, as everything does, over whether or not this is all about parental peace of mind, though, or helicopter parenting run wild. Sizes for the shoe only run from toddlers to about 8 years old. So don't get any ideas that you can track
there's the problem.
your partner with this. But I'll start with you, Tamo. Is this any different than if they have a smartphone and you have like location sharing on?
No, not at all. And by the way, as a parent, and I'm not a parent, but you are well within your right to know exactly where your child is, especially with the world being as crazy as it is. I think it's more than appropriate, because what if they lose their phone? What if their phone dies? I think that it's smart, and I'm actually going to be an aunt for the first time soon, and I'm going to make sure that my nephew has these. We're not losing him.
Deb's in the Zoom room. Deb, this idea of Skechers with a built-in AirTag compartment. Do you like this or not?
I think, it can be used. I feel like if anyone is that young, like any of my two boys that are that young, I do have pretty good tabs on them. But like when we were young, our parents didn't know where we were. Maybe that's a blessing. My older guys do have the Life 360 on their phones, and we are able to kind of see where they are. So I'm more worried about them when they're older. When they're young, I feel like we have a pretty good grip on them.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Allison, I know you're a mom as well. So do you like this idea of being able to track your toddlers via their sneakers?
I do like that. And just like Deb said, I have Life 360 as well. So I keep good tabs on my son. He keeps tabs on me too. But yeah, that's a great idea, because you never know. There could be like some type of disaster, and maybe they're in school and the kids are running everywhere. You can't find them. I'll be like, I know where mine is, because he's got his AirTag in his shoes. Like, it's a good thing. I love that.
All right. Skechers may have tapped into something.
Seen too many true crime,
That's
unsolved mysteries to not be pro.
All right, we're going to grab our paddles for this next one, because we're going to do a little speed round. And this speed round is going to be all about food. I don't know if you're a fan of food.
Yeah.
All right, anyone who watched last week knows that I am no fan of ketchup, okay? So I'm just going to hold that out there right there. But this first one is about for lack of a better phrase, the unholy combination of smoothies and ketchup.
Yikes.
Because Heinz and Smoothie King just collabed on a ketchup smoothie. It's a blend of ketchup along with acai sorbet, apple juice, strawberries, and raspberries. People magazine actually got a sneak sample, for lack of a better phrase. They said it's sweet, tangy, and surprisingly good.
Yeah.
It's available starting today at select Smoothie King locations. So, the ketchup smoothie. Tamo, do you like it or not?
I was a hard and quick not, but like it.
Wow. Why? Are you a ketchup fan, first of all?
First of all, I love ketchup.
It's a garbage condiment, as we all know.
Okay, well, that opinion doesn't count. Also, I really like tart and tangy, so the raspberry and the acai, and I actually can see where that would balance. And ketchup is just sugar. So, I think it sounds interesting.
All right, Lion Zoom Room, stand by, because I'm going to get to you on this topic in just a second. But next up, we're talking about an ice cream flavor that you may not have had since you were a baby. Maybe you have, and I'm not here to judge anyone's personal life, but the parent product company Friday and the New York ice cream maker Oddfellows have teamed up for a breast milk flavored ice cream. So if you had heard about this before, it's because the product actually launched earlier this year, but now for the first time it's available nationwide thanks to online delivery. And for the record, if you are wondering, it is not made with real breast milk. It's just designed to mimic the taste. So Tamo.
No.
Breast milk flavored ice cream.
Absolutely not. I would try my friend's breast milk, sure, because, but.
Curiosity.
Yeah, to go, don't laugh at me. But to go out
There's
and
a natural follow-up question, but I'm not going to ask it, okay?
To actively buy it, I think to actively buy it. And then the way it was described, like, it has a little saltiness, and I'm just, like, thinking of, like, the body's salt. It's too much.
Thank you, Jim. You beat me to it. All right. Finally, for all the are you a Maryland person originally?
I have to be in Maryland.
Okay. She has to be. We are
For
right
work.
now, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
But this is for all the Old Bay obsessed out there, and I know there are a lot of you in Maryland. A coffee shop in Baltimore has just dropped an Old Bay caramel latte. Like it or not?
I like Old Bay enough to try it, but I think it's silly.
I think they could have combined this flavor with something else. Like, it's salty, you know.
I just love
margarita.
Maryland's, especially Baltimore's commitment to the bit.
Yeah.
Like, if it exists, they're going to try to Old Bay it up. And I kind of don't hate it.
All right, thank you. Let's check in with the Lion Zoom room. Allison, I see you out there. Allison, remind me where you're watching from.
From Germantown, Maryland.
Germantown, Maryland. All right, are you an Old Bay fan, first and foremost?
I am.
Okay, so the Old Bay caramel latte, do you like it or not?
I do not like it, but because I'm a strange food person, I would definitely taste it.
All right, how about the ketchup smoothie? Do you like that or not?
Same situation. I think that sounds nasty, but just don't tell me what it is and I'll take it.
And you'll try it. All right, Chad, I see you on standby in the Zoom room. Breast milk ice cream. Like it or not?
How much? Nah, but how much breast milk was consumed in order to get the flavor of breast milk? A lot of people had
honestly,
drink
that was my question. The
labs.
taste
Yeah.
test lab must have
Yeah,
been an
there's people
interesting,
testing
like,
the breast milk
a
and then,
lot
like-
of feedback and a lot of back and forth
Yeah.
right there at the same time. David in Colorado, the ketchup smoothie. Do you like it or not?
Oh yeah. I have that all the. Wait, what? Ketchup smoothie? No
Ketchup?
way, man. Don't
All
know
right.
what you're thinking.
David,
I'm
I've
as
been
much
meaning
of a
to
ketchup
ask
fan.
you, do you have ties to this area? What brought you in to this show in the first place?
Yeah. I lived in DC for the past few years. Lived there twice in my lifetime. I'm a fan, like DC.
All
but
right,
I'm
so do
in
you like Old
Colorado
Bay?
For the time being.
Do you like the Old Bay?
I do like Old Bay. I'm not putting that in any cafe latte. I'll tell you that.
Not putting it in a cafe
try
latte.
it.
Deb in the Zoom room, where to start? Ketchup smoothie, like it or not?
I like ketchup, but that smoothie sounds awful.
Breast milk ice cream, Deb, like it or not?
No, thank you.
All right, let's go for the trifecta here, the Old Bay caramel latte.
No, thank you.
All right, well, thank you to everyone in our Zoom room for joining us tonight, as always. Tamo, thank you so much for sticking around
Thank you
for
for
this.
having
I appreciate
me.
this. If anybody wants to follow you, drop those socials.
It's Tamo time on Instagram, and you can listen to DC 101 on iHeartRadio 11 to 3 during the weekday.
All right, and we will be back here tomorrow night, as always, 7:30, streaming on YouTube and Fox Local. I'm producer Chris, for producer Jim, Tamo, everybody here at Fox 5. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you, TikTok.